At the end of the day, I'm gonna fucking show him what a real monster. And that's what I'm gonna do on Saturday. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
He says he's looking forward to dispelling the myth that you're smoking mirrors, that you're not really as thorough as they say you are. When you hear those things, what goes through your mind?
It makes me laugh, honestly. At the end of the day, I've been working with champions since I was 14 years old. He had a good amateur record, but he wasn't working with world champions like I was when I was a little kid. I beat better fighters than him. You know, I've been on a run, a great run. I've been beating the top level guys, you know, since like 2 years. So I have more experience. I have more. I'm used to this moment. You know what I mean? That's why I'm letting the emotions take over because, you know, I'm really gonna give you guys the best of me, and I'm gonna leave it all in the ring this Saturday.
Do you feel he's a little tough, or you think it's gonna match him?
Oh, he's all talk. He knows, he feels my energy. He knows I'm not playing with him. You know, he got me riled up. And he knows that he brought the monster out. He knows he's fucked. You know, he fucked up. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's going to have to pay for everything.
Campeón, si fue personal esto, esto personal.
Si esto es personal, sí. Como le dije, el David Morrell ya tenía 2 años hablando, diciendo que yo no era nada, que me va a noquear esto y esto. Lo va a hacer pagar por todas las palabras que dijo este sábado.
No llega...
No va a llegar a round 12. No, yo lo voy a noquear.
David, what would that 13-year-old, 250-pound David Benavidez think when he walks around the hotel, you know, you're driving down the strip and you see your name, you know, headlining the fight? What do you think?
He would be really proud and be happy with his future. I've been, every great boxer has fights like this where, you know, you have to match that energy. You bring the monster out of you. And ironically, my name is the monster, so he brought the monster out of me, and this, I'm gonna really show him what it has been this like this happened.
David, yesterday I got a
fight, you know, and I feel like you're after this fight, you're kind of in the driver's seat. You know, as far as like picking your opponents, things like that. Do you kind of see that for yourself as well? Do you feel like, you know, you're becoming a face of boxing, especially with the victory on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, greatness isn't given a turn, and that's why I try to get the biggest fights. I try to get the hardest fights because that puts me in the driver's seat, whatever I want to be, and also I get the respect from the fans. And to be honest with you, that means more to me than anything. And like I said, I want this to be the David Benavidez era. And this is, I'm backing all my words up.
David, I spoke to Dana White about your younger self. I asked him when you saw when you were young, and he was very happy to see how far you've come. So, how does it feel to hear such praise from a guy like that?
It feels really good, man. It feels makes me really motivated. Not motivated. It makes me really happy and satisfied with myself that I could tell myself when I was a little kid, like, this is going to be my future and I'm going to conquer all this shit. Fast forward to now, everything is being manifested. It's because of all the hard work I put in, and I'm just very happy with my path and my trajectory in my career, and I'm going to just keep putting in work.
And we've seen many big Mexico versus Cuba clashes. How will this one stand out most for us?
It's going to be good, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I'm the type of person where I'm not scared of a hard fight because I know that when I get a hard fight, the best comes out of me. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting a good fight, but I'm expecting to make him look average as well. I've been doing that since I was 14 years old. With all the great fighters I've been up against, the beast comes out.
David, let me ask you, we've seen you be in these moments with guys, these tense exchanges during the press conferences and leading up to the bouts, and everything, they have the same arc. On fight night, we watched you put in work on a guy. Describe the moment when you started to see the willpower go away. What are some things that you started to notice?
You see the different look in their eyes. You know, when I'm in the ring and I start to landing the shots I land, or I start to defend everything they throw, and you see the look in there like, oh shit, like this guy is not what I thought he was. You know what I mean? And everybody always thinks I don't have defense, I don't have footwork, but I don't really get hit too much. You know what I mean? And I land at an amazing rate. I think I'm number 2 or number 3 in the most accurate punchers in boxing. I think the ones above me are Gervonta Davis and Jesse Bam Bam. These are stats that came out from the Ring magazine or boxing, so you guys can look that up. So once I get into my world, there's nothing that they can do to stop me.
David, his eye contact wasn't that much while y'all was up here just now. Seemed like he didn't really want to give you that eye to eye you was looking for. What do you take away from that?
I take away that he's scared. You know what I mean? He's not confident in himself. I've been in this situation a long time. The first time I was here was with Ronald Gravel when I was 21 years old. So I know I can feel the energy. I can sense the energy. You know what I mean? He was talking all that shit, and now he don't even want to look at me. You know what I mean? He's laughing, saying peace and love. Like, I have nothing against peace and love, but right now it's no peace and love.
It's wartime.
It's wartime.
How is the weight making been coming? Do you feel more comfortable this camp with making weight for tomorrow? Do you feel like you made it in a good fashion?
I finally feel like now I understand where the easy weight cut is. You know, 168 I feel at 175. I feel good. Yesterday at the media workouts, throwing power, throwing speed. You know what I mean? None of these other guys did anything. And I was the only one that did mitts and gave the crowd a show. So that only being 2 days away from the weigh-in, that lets you know I'm in good shape. You know, I'm in good shape right now. I got like 3 pounds, so I'm ready.
What happened with Luis the Cubas?
I don't want to talk about that fucking guy.
Yeah.
David,
Okay.
before we go, lastly, I got a chance yesterday to talk to your brother, Jose, who illustrated a key point that he thought in your life when he took you from Arizona to California, unbeknownst to your mother, and took care of you and said that you really looked like you fell in love with boxing, that that's when you started knocking people out at the Wild Card gym. Can you go back to that moment in your life? What was that time like being with your brother?
Yeah, it was a beautiful moment when I came up. When I went to California, my brother was 13 years old, and that's where this monster came from, because everybody would look at me and laugh. The first world champion I sparred when I was 14 years old, I sparred Peter Quillen. Second one was Latif Coyote. Third one, 15, Kelly Pavlik. 16, Golovkin. 17, Surdo Ramirez. And then I sparred Bivol. So I've worked with these guys. I've been at a high level for a long, long time. And I've learned a lot of stuff from them. So that's why I know can't nobody mess with me, man. Especially with all the experience I got from when I was a little kid, when I went to California. That's really when I fell in love with beating the shit out of people.
All right, you guys. Thank you. Next up.
Thank you guys.
We got this